Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Sinking Ship Simulator. This time we are going to be investigating the question of what happens when we flip ships upside down and make them the largest the game can handle, because I think those are some pretty cool things that you guys have been suggesting to me. And I hope the wait wasn't too long for this video. There was a whole lot of talk about development and stuff, which I've been going over with a few people, and you know, just the kind of stuff that doesn't need to be, public as of yet. And so, the first ship I have to show you for today, because I don't want to keep these episodes too long, is the USS Unsinkable 2. Now, if you didn't know, this ship is actually now in the base game. Yes, that is pretty amazing. I'm using the latest version, which is version 1.24, I believe. Yeah, I just got it the other day. Rasico reminded me about it, and so I was totally on board with that. And with this slight announcement, I want to ask that if you would like to develop a brand new game, like a game about sinking ships, please contact me at dodgethem at dta-mc.com, because we actually can't develop off of this game because it's not open source, and a lot of the libraries on it are actually protected under a license that the previous developer of the game won't contact me back about. And so we will have to develop the game from scratch. Now, saying that, take a look at this ship. Besides the fact that it looks a little bit different from the video I saw, I think Rasico might have made a few edits himself, but that's totally fine. This ship is, considerably large in game standards. And, I get 13 frames per second. It's okay. It's, not bad, but it, isn't the best because, this is a physics sandbox, for Pete's sake. So, what happens if you make the same type of ship, but, a million times longer? Well, you get about 5 frames per second, and it is beautiful because this is the game engine crashing, and I didn't know what to expect when I first built this, but this is a pretty good example of what happens. Basically, all physics just goes right out the door because the game is having too many problems just trying to handle the sheer mass of, buoyancy it has to calculate and everything. And, in the physics game's terms, buoyancy isn't actually buoyancy, and, there's no actual water, it's just a paint. It is a pretty interesting thing if you think about games under their covers. But, look at the way the ropes and stuff are just, splitting apart, just the strange way the ship is bending at this point. That's a realistic bend, I guess you could say, rather than the weird, 90-degree angles you'd find on the other ships. And over here is a base game ship, which I've thrown in just as an example about the serious size difference of all of the ships. Now, the back here is wiggling considerably, mainly because I didn't put too much more effort into the design of the back of the ship, since it was just more of a theoretical test of what would happen to the game if you made it that long, rather than an actual ship I wanted to release. And objects that tend to be more rectangular in the game do have this weird physics tendency to just kind of jiggle out of control, I guess you could say, and then fill with water and all that shenanigans which happens with ships. Now, before I actually was showing this to you guys, when I tested it up, just to make sure that everything was still working. Actually, it's doing this right now. The ship will hover at the surface at buoyancy 10, which is very weird because ships don't normally float at the very tip. And yeah, as you can see, the wiggling problem. I guess there's no way around that wiggling problem. And that's a very interesting problem. So yeah, if you actually wanted to watch the sync, it would take ages, but I will put this in the ship pack for you guys to download and explore for yourselves, because I know a lot of you have way more time than I do in a day, and if you just want to watch ships disintegrate, that's fine with me. I think that's beautiful. Testing out physics engines kind of improves on your ability to see what would happen in the real world. Per se, if a ship this, wiggling to death. No, okay, maybe I shouldn't say real world, because ships don't really wiggle themselves to death in real life. I guess it's called dubstepping. I think I've actually made that term. It's kind of scary. I'm also going to put in my Darude Sandstorm comment right now, just so all of you won't have to post it down in the comments, because that's been a big thing on YouTube. I actually kind of like the song, now that I think about it. Okay, getting a little bit off track here. sort of off track like the people who only watch a minute into the previous Sinking Ship Simulator videos and then posted the comment saying, "You didn't include the German Bismarck in this video." And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the amount of people that actually posted that, honestly. But, you know, some people just don't like watching the whole video. That's fine with me. Just remind me never to do anything like that ever again, because the confusion just confuses everybody more than it confuses me. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to explore was upside down ships. Someone had posted a comment saying what would happen to an upside down ship. Now, at the time, I was on a vacation and I, couldn't respond to it myself. I couldn't actually test out the theory. So now I am taking that into whole consideration, and I think it's comical almost. It's very interesting watching ships upside down and how the physics simulator tries to calculate that, because the funnels sort of become like their own weird like stabilizing thing, and they sort of start ripping actually too. And the masts stay relatively the same, stay more upright than they would if they were actually in the game. Now look at that weird twisting action. It's really bizarre, but it's really cool. See, the funnel ripped off. I mean, I've never actually watched the whole thing sink before, because I kind of wanted to save the brand new experience for the recording of the video, so me and you could be on a personal level together, like on Skype chats and stuff. If you want to not call me, but like text chat me, I'll respond to your text chats most of the time. Just try to put something witty. Say like, "Hey Star, just watching that sinking simulator," because that's not the way I say it. Okay, that was kind of bad. Oh, yep, see, it is now ripped apart in the front, but it's being held together by the ropes and the mast. That's very interesting. All I did, it was really easy to make the ship. I mean, I didn't make the ship, but I got the game out of the zip folder, and then I just, I was on Windows, so I right-clicked it and then spun it clockwise twice, and it ended up like this. And, I mean, works well for my purpose. I never really used that before now, because I don't take my pictures upside down usually. I have no idea who actually does that, but apparently it's so big of a problem that Windows has included it. Oof. Okay, and I guess you could say that is pretty much about sunk. My brother, Canada Goose, was suggesting to me to do a montage of me blasting the ships into space, but I'm not sure about how you guys would feel. Because I know that some of you have problems against blasting ships into space, which is fun. If you're me, I think it's fun anyway. Such a great thing. I'd also like to thank you guys right now for all the amazing support you've given to my channel. Even my regular videos, which aren't Sinking Ship Simulator, are getting like almost 1,000 views each, and I think that in itself is amazing. I mean, 1 year ago, actually a little bit more than a year ago, I've been here a long time. My gosh, I should give myself like a veteran badge. But like a year or two ago, I was only getting like 30 or 20 views per video, and getting 1,000 is amazing. I mean, even 100 subscribers per day, that is amazing. And knowing that you guys are there waiting for my videos and also saying, "More Sinking Ship Simulator." Yes, I heard your comments, okay? I look at them. I might not reply to all of them, but I reply to most of them, but like some that say "More Sinking Ship Simulator." I mean, what am I going to reply? Yeah, I mean, eventually I'll get around to making sure that I have good content for you to provide. And most of the content comes from your guys' suggestions, like the Bismarck video. That was all due to your suggestions of making the Bismarck. This video right here was all your suggestions to building and doing wacky things with ships. So yeah, the last thing I was planning on doing, I'm not sure if it was an interesting idea, because I think I might have done it on my own, but not actually shown you guys, was I'm trying to think of a good ship to do this with. Hold on while I cough shortly. Sorry, excessive talking really throws my throat out of it. What is a ship I haven't shown you guys before? Oh, this one was added to the game recently. Very small ship, actually. Let's see what happens when we do sort of like a breakage on each side. Let me turn on the buoyancy, so we'll actually get on some water. I haven't taken physics class, but I should think that the middle of the ship should rip apart at the top. Well, maybe, because it does have this rope all supporting it together. Nothing might actually happen. Also, this is a very small ship, considering what I'm trying to do. I might need to spawn in something a bit larger. Oh, the strength. Maybe if I turn the strength down, we could... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but that's what happens if you split it at both ends, it does break apart in the middle. Yeah, due to like tension and fancy physics stuff, which I haven't taken yet since it's the middle of summer, and I'm going to my sophomore year next year. Yeah, all of you guys think I'm like 20 for some reason. I'm not. I'm in high school. Calling me 20. Okay. So yeah, I think that's all for this video. I don't want to keep it too long because I don't want to bore you. I do hope to be getting out some Sinking Ship Simulator in maybe a week per se. I think we could do some fancy things, especially if you guys post down in the description different things I could do with the games. And remember, if you're a developer and you're interested in starting a new physics game, make sure to contact me at dodgethemal@dta-mc.com because I will get back to you on that. And I think that's all. So thank you guys for watching. I cannot emphasize how much I thank you guys for just watching my videos, for liking them, for commenting down in the description. I mean, let's do a little experiment. If you watched this far in the video, which I don't think everybody will do, like not nearly many people will do, post something saying like I watched to the end on the video. Well, maybe that's not cliche enough. Maybe I need to say I watched here, or maybe you should post Darude Sandstorm. Maybe you should post Darude Sandstorm if you watch till the end of the video. But yeah, just thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I mean, I want to get more of these videos out, but as I said, I mean, I gotta make them interesting, you know? I just can't make new ships and then sink them. It's the same thing over and over again. You gotta add some variety to the game, which you guys are very good at coming up with. So just make sure to comment down what you want. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this episode, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.